two heroic pilots from Arizona, Lieutenant Ralph O'Neill and Lieutenant Ernest A. Love. Both were members of the 147th Aero Pursuit Squadron. One returned an ace. One returned to be buried in Arlington National Cemetery. Second Lieutenant Ralph O'Neill was born in Mexico, raised in Nogales, Arizona, and joined the United States Army's Signal Corps in the summer of 1917. Having completed his basic flight training in Texas, he was assigned to the 147th Aero Squadron. Along with the other members of the unit, Lieutenant O'Neill was shipped to France in the spring of 1918, where he immediately began advanced fighter pilot training at the Isidun Aerodrome. Lieutenant O'Neill excelled, becoming an exceptional combat pilot. Between July 2nd and July 28, 1918, over the battlefields of Chateau-Thierry, Saint-Mihiel, and the Argonne sectors, O'Neill attacked the Germans with unrelenting ferocity. Lieutenant O'Neill, in 3 separate air battles, had 6 confirmed kills while fighting off dozens more enemy aircraft, all while protecting observation balloons and ground troops from attacks from the sky. Lieutenant O'Neill was one of only 3 men to receive 3 separate Distinguished Service Crosses in World War I, all 3 for extraordinary heroism in action and courage under fire. The French government also awarded O'Neill the Croix de Guerre with Palm for heroism and gallantry. Lieutenant O'Neill became the first recognized ace and most decorated pilot from the 147th Aero Squadron. Lieutenant Ernest A. Love, a hometown hero from Prescott, Arizona, enlisted in the United States Army in the fall of 1917. After completing officer candidate school, he qualified for pilot training. Lieutenant Love was the only one of his flight training class of 15 to earn his wings. Lieutenant Love departed for France in mid-January 1918 and continued his advanced fighter training at the Isidun Aerodrome. The training center had been constructed for the specific purpose of further developing the most skilled pilots, exposing the Americans to the most advanced combat flying techniques. Love was drilled in acrobatics, formation flying, and mock dogfights using cameras in place of machine guns, all taught by combat-hardened flight instructors. Lieutenant Love was one of a small handful of pilots to be selected for even more intense training at a newly constructed aerial combat training center in Italy. In July 1918, he joined the 147th Aero Squadron. He flew missions almost daily, mostly protecting observation balloons and acting as an aerial spotter for Allied artillery batteries. Love experienced his first dogfight in August 1918. Attacked by 5 enemy fighters, he was able to fly his way out of danger and escape with his life. On September 14th, he was ordered to help defend the ground troops involved in the massive Saint-Mihiel offensive. Lieutenant Love never made the rendezvous with his pursuit squadron. He was attacked and overwhelmed by German planes, shot out of the sky, and crashed. He was initially buried in France, but his remains were later moved to his final burial site at the Arlington National Cemetery. The American Legion, Department of Arizona, remembering the heroes of the past, encouraging the heroes of the future, helping veterans for 100 years. Honor, duty, country. The American Legion, Department of Arizona, commemorating the 100th anniversary of the American Legion.